here, Comey, I just want to, like, I guess, reiterate. It's not that I'm anti-relationships, because I know many people are in relationships, but here's the thing, like, just in my experience meeting people, dating people, or whatever, there's this casual component, especially in California. People are very casual. They like to keep their options open, and I in the past, like, I thought, oh, I should try to be friends with somebody who's like that, even if they didn't want a relationship with me. But the thing was, at the end of the day, they wanted a relationship with someone else. But I should have listened to other people who say, no, it's all or nothing. You either pursue friendship, relationship with you, or the door is shut for life. Like, you can't be friends with someone you rejected, okay? Especially if you played around and you were like saying that you liked one person one day and then the next day saying, oh, well, no, like, for me, and that was one scenario where once you close the door for all friendship, all communication, it's kind of like, boom, door shut for the rest of life. Like, for me, it's, you showed zero respect for me, so, like, and in the past I thought, well, I should try to be that person's friend, because no, you shouldn't, because that person has zero nada respect for you, and they didn't treat you like silver and gold. And that's the thing, like, if you don't treat a woman like silver and gold, you're out of here. Like, there's no friendship for you, there's no anything. Like, you made your choice, that's your choice, the door is shut. And I just wasn't strong enough in the past. Like, other women, they're like strong like that, like they cut the guy off at the base. And you know what, I think a lot of men need to be cut off at the base like this, because if they're playing around and keeping their options open, just cut them off, and that's what I do now. Like, so it's not, and I know there's women like that too, but when I'm saying that I would rather be single than date people, I just am not interested in people that waver, they go back and forth. Anybody who drinks liquor too, that's another thing I'm definitely not interested in, because I think liquor is boring, and I have no interest in liquor. I would rather drink a yummy sweet soda, go for a walk, make a smoothie, have vegan food. I'm looking for someone that actually has things in common with me now. So it's not like I'm anti-relationship. I just learned, like, why would I spend time, like, getting to know guys that I had absolutely nothing in common with, my personal opinion? Because in the past, like, I would try to think, oh, well, maybe, like, no, we had nothing in common. And if you have nothing in common with someone, then just cut it off there. But also, too, if somebody shows you zero respect, the door's shut to friendship or anything. Like, there's no future. It's over. You made a choice. Like, when I think, personally, if a guy is playing the field and he makes a choice and he decides that he doesn't want to date you, then he can't be friends with you either. It's like, there's no communication. It's a shut book. Like, that's the end of the story for me. I don't need to be in contact in any form with anybody who does those things, and I don't. So, yeah, so you can look for a relationship. I'm not saying don't find one, but, like, for me, well, here's another example. Recently, I started talking to someone, and I wasn't even really interested in dating them or anything, but they started telling me that they were looking for companionship. And then they started mentioning all their projects. Like, oh, I do this and that, and I need someone to help and inspire me. And I said, okay, hold on a second. I said, you know what? I have a lot of things going on in my life. Maybe you should hire someone to help you with these things. Like, literally, it sounded like something where this person could hire somebody to help them with these things, but that's not what they wanted. They wanted someone that would do something for them, like their ex-wife did. But then I said, didn't you guys, like, end up getting in arguments about this, and, like, it caused friction in your relationship? And he was like, oh, well, but I want that. And I'm like, but it was a problem for you. I'm like, if somebody wasn't, like, I just don't get it. Like, so I'm sure, like, a lot of people are happy being in any kind of relationship. And look, I'm not anti-relationship, but there's a lot of people who are single, and it just seems healthier to be single than to pursue one relationship after another, because to me, like, I'm like, no. Or just any kind of half-baked relationship. Like, any relationship where a guy is flirtatious with other women outside of the relationship, I'm not envious of that kind of person, because I wouldn't want to be with a guy like that who, I don't know, keeps all his options open, or anybody in open relationships. These are just not things that I think are healthy, and I think our society promotes a lot of that. So I would rather be single than dabble in that. And there's a lot of married people, by the way, that are into open relationships, and if they don't tell their spouse about it, they go on the creepy crawly Craigslist and they look for it. So I'm not saying everybody, because these are the people just posting that. Just think about it. There's other people just, I don't know, they're sitting in parking lots. Like, why are people sitting in parking lots? Sometimes they're just sitting there, and then you see somebody just walking in the car with them. Like, I've seen these things happen. I'm like, I don't know, maybe people just met there at the parking lot. But it makes you wonder, like, all this open relationship nonsense, I think it's very unhealthy. I know people are like, but this is so healthy. Like, oh, we're so open. We accept all kinds of love. You know, do you, if that's what you want. But I really don't think open relationships are healthy. I think you kind of need some sort of stability, but I can't tell you what to do. Or just even accepting, like right now during the holidays, a lot of people, they feel lonely because the person they want to be with is with somebody else. So they go on to someone else. And that was my experience actually last holiday. It was this person really liked somebody else, and then they were using me to fill a void. And I'm like, okay, but I've wisened up and I'm not naive. I mean, I've always known, like, in other situations, but believe me, like, I look for the signs now. And anytime somebody, like, they choose somebody over another, I can't be friends with them anymore. And anytime, like, somebody's gossiped about me, I can't be friends with them anymore, because trust is a sky high thing for me. And if you don't have it, then I don't need you in my life. It's that simple. I'm looking for trustworthy only people, like people that really have their integrity. They say what they mean and they do what they mean. They don't just say things because they think you want to hear. Like, they really, every word out of their mouth is intention. Like, they follow through with what they say. They're not just saying things to say it. You know, they don't just babble on. Like, if they say that they like you, they really like you. They're not just keeping their options open because somebody else who they really like might be somewhere else, but they kind of want to quasi, yeah, I'm just saying, like, that's a bad example, but there's just a lot of people, they love to keep their options open, or they want to be with someone, but they want this, and this. I just think I don't want to settle for anything. Like, if I'm with somebody, it has to be really good. So I don't want to settle. So if being in a relationship and being with someone really makes you feel better, then you should do that. But when I hear people say things like, oh, I don't want to be alone, I feel like, well, can't you just join, like, a group or something and make friends, like like-minded friends? I think you'd have better and more real companionship that way than just filling the void by dating someone you may or may not have anything in common with. And just because you have somebody to do things with, that's not going to take the loneliness away. I feel like that's something you have to work on within yourself. You have to ask yourself, what is it within me that makes me feel lonely? And then you go for a walk by yourself and you think, like, whether it be spiritual or nature-based or something, like, you like have a dialogue with yourself and you ask yourself, what is it within me that's making me feel lonely? Because you could be in a relationship with 7 kids and still feel lonely. Nobody can fill the void within you. You have to fill that within yourself by working on yourself. So you could have the best relationship on the planet and still feel lonely. You have to fill up your own voids, you know? So that's just what I say about hold out for something good. And then I think it's much easier to, like, people I've seen in the really good relationships, they didn't rush into something. They, like, cultivated their interests, and they actually met people doing things that they were interested in, and those were always the best kind of relationships. Like, those are the people I'm like, gosh, they actually have a good relationship. But when I think about it, they actually click. And they met each other doing things that they both cared about. So yeah, their relationship was good. You know? There's no rush in 2019 unless your culture, I mean, some people live in a culture where, yes, they have to get married. Like, if you're in some culture where you have to get married and this is an expectation, then you're going to have to follow that cultural expectation. But I'm talking more about, like, Western-based culture where people can choose and they have choices. Like, you don't need to rush. You really don't. Who are you rushing for? And will the outcome be good 3 years down the line if you rushed into some kind of relationship? I just always think long term. Like, think long term. Think, like, is this person going to treat me well? Do they care about me? Like, things like that. Like, but then ultimately you have to care about yourself. Like, your main soulmate in life will be you. Like, you have to be your main advocate. You know? Fill your own voids, work on yourself, find happiness within. Those are things I really believe in lately. Like, a lot. So anyway, I'm not anti-relationship. I just believe in, like, trying to hold out for something good.